Hello, this is Dr. Megan Rhodes, licensed psychologist. I'm going to be going over the ALC communication guide as a means to kind of walk you through 3 steps to a fulfilled request. And this can be used with a romantic partner, with a child who's mature enough to understand what you're expressing, a parent, what have you. So there's really 2 parts to this guide. There's the intentional expression piece, and then there's the empathic listening. So for today, we're just going to be going over part 1 and part 2 of the intentional expression because we're talking about ways that you can 3 steps to get this request fulfilled. So to break it down as simply as possible, the 3 steps are to express what's going on inside of you, to make a clear request, and then to sweeten the deal by making a commitment to that person that you're making the request of. So the first part of getting this request fulfilled is to first express what's going on inside of you. And that's really this part 1 piece. And then to make a request, here it is, bam, it's having a very clear request that you're making. And then the sweetening the deal is to then make a commitment. So I'm just going to take you through each of these pieces as far as what they mean. And then I'm going to fill out this little PDF, which is also available on my blog titled 3 Steps to Fulfilled Requests, so that you can use this to kind of walk yourself through different situations that you're having. So just like it says here, this very first part is you're really just expressing what's going on inside of you. So you're taking, if you see the little tip down here, everything after the observable facts is yours. You're taking responsibility for your feelings and the meanings that you're making of the thing that happened that you're expressing to that person about. And what that really does is that helps that person be more apt to listen to you rather than to get defensive or to deflect or to see it as maybe you nagging or trying to argue with them. So you start with the observable facts. So what is the thing that happened that you're trying to express something about and then make a request about? Something that you can both agree are the observable facts. That's not going to put any extra spice on it, right? So I don't want to say, the other day when you were being a jerk, right? Because they're probably going to say, I wasn't being a jerk. I, was just whatever, right? So you want to make it as succinct and clear as possible. So I'm just going to start with a scenario that I make up. Let's say you're my roommate. You ate the beautiful sandwich that I made and that I kept in the fridge. And then I just kind of went off on you about it. And then I'm trying to make a request in the future. So the observable facts is when I see or saw that you ate my beloved sandwich out of the fridge, right? We can both agree, okay, maybe we don't believe it's beloved, but that's just making it more fun. But you ate my sandwich out of the fridge. I felt angry, betrayed, and insulted. Insulted might be more of the next piece. Angry and betrayed. We'll just keep it as angry and betrayed. So I felt angry and betrayed because the meaning I make of it, and this is the reason why I changed it from insulted, is because we often tend to say that the meaning that we made of it is actually what we felt. But we want to make sure that we keep the feelings part as just emotions, not what we thought or not how we perceived you to be. So I felt angry and betrayed because the meaning I made of it is that you don't respect me and that you meant to insult me, right? So when I'm saying the meaning I made of it, and saying, that these things about you, I'm taking responsibility that that's the meaning I made of it. And so this next step is even further taking responsibility. So this next part is I own. So what can you own about the reason why you made the meaning of this? So maybe I own that I am extra sensitive about food. Right? So I'm taking some ownership of that. That's going to put the person that I'm communicating to, or you in this case, because you're my hypothetical roommate, that's going to put you even less on the defense, hopefully, because you're seeing me take my responsibility for it. So now I want to make the request of you. So this request needs to be clear. It needs to be something action oriented. It needs to be something measurable and have a time constraint. So I don't want to say something vague like, I just need you to respect my things, right? Because what you think is respectful and I think is respectful is clearly something different. So I request that you ask me and receive a response from me before you eat any of my food, right? So that is saying that's pretty hard to argue with as far as you not understanding what that means, or that, it's very clear and concise and doable. So now I want to sweeten the deal, right? I need to make a commitment. And so I'm trying to think, okay, what's going to kind of sweeten the deal for you to make it to where you're more apt to follow this. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe they don't like it when I, go ballistic when I'm setting this boundary. Or if, I don't know, maybe you thought that your girlfriend or boyfriend or whomever had made it for you and left it there for you. I don't know. So maybe my commitment is I commit to speaking with you calmly about these things in the future. Or maybe I commit to labeling my food, or whatever it might be, right? But these are the 3 basic steps. So expressing what's going on for you, making a request, and then making a commitment to sweeten the deal. And this has helped many, many, many people I've worked with individually and in couples or dyads.